picked up the last of my mud. Doing... I think it's really helped. Sorry, 1 second. This... The mud is up there, and I started using some bone meal so that I could get the seagrass look in there, just like down at the bottom. I left some of the moss in there. I kind of like it. Like in the water. Got some classic lily flowers, the lily pads. Using that warped trapdoor with a cactus flower on top. Don't have too many of those left though, so I'm gonna be sparing. I want to use more of them. These guys, on the other hand, had to make sure I got a couple of these water sausages up here. And then with the lily pads and the moss carpet, cute little pond. I think they want to put some more in this section, you know. Just wanted to do some decorating instead of terraforming for a second. Let's get back into it. I placed it until it ran out. I also want to get some of these moss blocks and turn them into mud. Not all of them, but a good portion of them. Also made sure to move some of my conduits around. Now the water does have the conduit effect just about everywhere in the base. I'm also going to, of course, put a bunch of sea pickles in here. Sea pickles are what makes the water feel so magical, I think. That and all the different fishies. Wonder if we can get fishies to spawn up here, with it not being actually like a river biome. I wanted this to be like a waterfall that like made sense a little hydrologically. So like water pools up at the top and then pours down. Sorry, no music today. My last VOD ended up getting copyright, not like claimed, it just wasn't available to play, and I don't want to ever accidentally play something that makes it to where my videos can't be seen. So we'll go without, use the regular Minecraft music. You know of any good ways to get your hands on that, I would love to hear them. Because I would much prefer to have music playing. But not just the Maybe I can get like a playlist of just the Minecraft music. Instead of using the in-game one, which rotates like the same 3 songs based on what biome you're in. Yeah, I'm feeling the need for some tunes. Oh, please. There we go. I love all the different ambient pieces of just like regular Minecraft. I just wish the way that it played music was a smidge better. Or maybe that we had more control over it. Like maybe if you've discovered a biome, you can play the music from there. I think I like the gravel. We'll leave the gravel. That's right, we did have to block off a portion of this to make this feel more like a one singular place. You know, this whole base idea of having like the towering waterfalls and all of the different water features, that was because I wanted to have a lake that was deep enough for me to fish in to get the better loot pool, because it's got to be like 5 deep or so. And I was just thinking, this is quite deep. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I thought maybe I should make it a little shallower, especially if I don't want to have to like place and break every single one of these pieces of stone. I can make it just a smidge shallower, and it'll still be fully magical, no problem. Fishing has one of the craziest loot tables in this game. Power 5 bow. Mending book. The kitty beckons. She wants to sit on my face. It's her favorite place. I'll be just sitting there using my cell phone, playing Slay the Spire, and then she'll just come over and sit on my face. She'll like climb up onto my shoulders, try to rub herself all over the place. Very cute. It's very clingy. I love her, but damn. This is so peaceful. I love doing this. This is so nice. That side's not going to get too much extra mud. We're going to put some mud around it, but this is going to be a big rock. I have my bed on me still. Get away. That place is dark as heck, and I do not want to blow up any of my fresh terraforming. Whee! Bloosh. Be careful not to remove too much at a time so that I can remember what I just broke. I love the soundtrack for Minecraft. It's so good. Very ambient, but it really makes me feel like I'm playing, like what I'm doing. I feel like I just zone out. I become my little PNG. I'm absorbed into the land of blocks. I want this rock to feel semi-natural. Gotta put some mud around it. Whoop. Don't know how I did that. Well, I guess I do know. I used a bucket, but it spooked me. Happy Halloween. Hello? Water is bullying me. Too much. Stream's really looks better. Have any lag issues? Give it a refresh. Now, when we run out of mud, we're gonna have to go get some more. This is all I got. Used so much mud. This is just what's left over from the original muddening, where I turned this plains biome into a whole swamp. I don't want to have to go do that, but I know at some point I'm gonna need to. I'm delaying the inevitable by just placing everything I have currently instead of just going and getting them. That's not going to be enough. Extra mud tossed into some of this area too. Talking about with it being so fuzzy everywhere. Can't see nothing. Weird water. Weird water. Okay. That's some decent progress. I think I missed a spot over there, though. Oh, it's the gravel. Here's some stone. So that's up there taken care of, especially as it flows down into this area here. Let's take care of this some, because it is way too... It'll be more green in a little bit, but right now, sort of limit the amount of moss. Not moss bad. It's balancing. Already so much green in the surrounding area. Of course, it's likely that it would spread into the water, but also only so far. Look at it from up here. See, that looks nice. That looks good. So we were just there, finishing up this section. At this spot, make it muddy as well. We'll definitely have to go along and put some mud around the outside. We need to do the next drop-off to hit the bottom of the rock and get this one before it goes down into the bottom down there. Super C. Yeah, I guess you could see it. That's where the next drop-off is, after the one that we're about to do. I guess that's the one we're working on, is the last drop. From here, I've already done all this part. I did this earlier. We'll have to take care of all this, because I completely left that bald, and then I saw it in my thumbnail, and I felt so silly. Let's take a little nap. And then we'll place as much of this mud as we can. Oh no, I missed. I'm incredible with elytra. I know. Now that I think about it, I don't quite remember where the mangrove swamp is. We might have to go on a bit of an adventure. Just fly in a straight line till we find some. Alright. There's that conduit power immediately. Thinking about maybe pulling some of my aquatic mobs up here. I've got a handful of them that aren't just the turtles. I've got the turtles down there, but I've also got two nautili. Well, a nautilus, a zombie nautilus, and then... Hopefully they're not gone. My two axolotls. I don't think I would want to bring turtles up here. This feels unfair to turtles. I don't know what mob would be like for this sort of... There's probably like modded ones. Maybe a fox? Get some nice big tall trees up here. My problem, though, is that if I bring things like my axolotl up here, I'm afraid of them just sort of getting away. Their AI does not seem to be the smartest. Maybe I'll get some frogs up here. One more reason to visit a swamp, huh? Bring some slime balls with me and maybe get myself some frog spawn to bring home. That's the last one. Oh boy! Well, let's drop off our stone and I suppose get ourselves ready for an adventure. I remember going on a journey to get all of the wood types at the very beginning of the server, just to make sure I had that leg up as a builder. But then, just once I felt like I had enough, I came home and I hadn't thought about it since. All I got is 19 packed mud left. Wait, that's full. I have so much leftover dirt from the big dig. I don't think I'll be running out of that anytime soon. Oh. Just gonna drop that off for right now. I'll come back to it later. It's my bell making box. It's my arrows topped up just in case. What do I have in here? Flight duration 1s. Might as well use those up. Nice and cheap. Let's see. I think off that way somewhere. Just don't remember. I know there's a dark forest that direction, because that's what's loaded over there, is the dark forest portal that I have that's linked up the nether system. You can sort of see it from here. Thank you, Voxy. There's the portal. Looking for mangrove. Looks like that means loading new chunks in, though. This is an interesting way for one of these to spawn. Looks like a more mushroom stem to pilfer that I missed. Well, if I ever need birch, I know this is here now. Whoa. Shipwreck. Oh, I got the box. Okay. That's a box. Can I have a different one? Incredible tools. Thank you so much, tools. Incredible work. It looks like there's definitely more. Or no? Pretty dark oak, I guess. Spruce and jungle as well. It looks like there's more in there. Not really what I'm looking for, though. I'm cleaning up. Because the world doesn't need litter like that. I don't care if a zombie tries to bonch me. I know that I'm highly mochable. Alright, let's see. Jungle, not swamp. Swamp. Loading in new chunks is always so slow. Nice little meadow. Great for building if I hadn't already, made a base. Okay, Savannah. Getting warmer, I think. The mangrove swamp is considered a warm biome. I think it's like temperate, technically. That's why the orange frogs spawn there. Hey. I feel like I'm playing the lottery. This way, maybe. This is lame. Let me see. Open map. Let's... Pretty big one. Negative 25 by 5,500. Are you kidding me? Okay, that's not too bad. It could be worse. Right. They're so sparse on this seed. That's not what I was expecting at all. Ooh. Getting a little close to the floor, it seems. Jungle. Just negative 2,500 blocks this direction. We can do it. Well, how are you? Enjoying the weather, I hope. Spring is a lovely. Or autumn, depending on what side of the planet you're on. Hope you're having a happy Pride Month. Full of joy and safety. Thousand more blocks, almost there. $400 more. Oh, we're here. Criminy. It's either Caroline from here, though. That's Foxy. Insane, everything we passed by. That cave. The mine shaft. I thought it was pale oak for a second. It's just the lights. Stone cave. Alright. We're here for mud. And they're here for blood. I'll wait till the day turns back over before I fully jump out of these trees. Like you already. Interesting. Sure. I should have brought more. You know what? That wood's gonna turn itself into shulker boxes once I get my ender chest open. Got a slime ball. Yeah, keep growling, buddy. Here comes the sun. Thanks. Oh, I heard ya. Oh, yeah. Ah, there you are. Oh, perfect. You heard me. Alright. I believe we are safe now. Hopefully we can stay here long enough for frogs to spawn. Thanks to that slime, we should be able to breed them and get some frog spawn home. Now, though, I believe it is time for some light eco-terrorism, in the form of ripping all this mud out of the ground. If you do this in real life, I hate you. Like how dark and dense these are. What's up, dude? Ooh! Frog. Frog. We just gotta get you a mate, I think. Keep following me around as long as I've got this in my hands. So you'll just hang out with me for a while, I think. And he's gone. Awesome. Oh, there you go, bud. Whee! Having an insane shovel is incredible. How do you get this guy a girlfriend? I want baby frogs. Ooh, it's time. Alright, do the froggy happy dance. Come on, guys. I believe in you. Okay. Experience orb. Who's gonna go be the mama? Papa. It's you. Is it? Come on, buddy. Unless it was you. Where are you going? Oh, there it is. There it is. What? Alright, well. That sucks. Looks like I placed my bucket of water on the frog spawn instead of scooping it, which is what I thought was going to happen, which caused me to lose it. The flowing water broke it off the top of the water because it's considered fragile. You know, I thought I had this on shuffle. Alright, I believe my inventory is so full of mud, I should be able to stop and create a shulker box. I've got these. And from that abandoned... Ta-da! Perfect. Those were from inside the... Yep. Or inside the, shipwreck. And I just picked all of it back up. Awesome. I'm so cool with this. Stuck in a tree. Gather more mud. Mud. Who needs to breathe? Certainly not my player character. Pick up some of the stuff that I didn't end up getting before because my inventory was too full. My poor shovel. Really getting a beating today. Okay, those are muddy mangrove roots. I'll take those. Because I think those will probably look pretty neat. Or is a good texture block in the bay. Looks like it's getting to nighttime, and I don't want to hang around here for too much longer. Hex that we didn't get the frog spawn. Another time, I can always just breed some of the ones that are inside the magma cube farm, or for the frog lights. Just a hassle to fish them back out. It's crazy that we can see the Carillon from here. Like, that's my little player launcher. That's the mob farm. These my flight duration ones? Yeah, okay. Made way too many of them on accident while I was crafting regular fireworks. I haven't really crafted regular fireworks before, because I was making them for the Neo Nether reactor's, like, fighting arena. And I know that, like, I've played the game a billion times. It's a mechanic I'd never really, like, fussed with. No one uses crossbows, but I figured it would be fun. And it is. I wonder what all I've been loading this entire time. This looks like Savannah. Maybe some Stony Peak? Nigeria looking fine. Being a little mean to them right now, but they'll survive. Hopefully, this is enough mud. At least we know where the other one is, and I can always just go back. I'll have all of these boxy chunks to tell me exactly which direction to go. Well, that's a shortcut. That's a shortcut. I guess it's not that far now. It is technically a shortcut, though. This will take us to the Nether Hub. Hooray! Home sweet home. You know, I've been thinking about moving out of this tiny little bedroom. Changing this room into something else entirely. I'm... dirt. Clay. Garbage. Six. All right. Take the thumb way out. Whee! So bright. So soon, the pathway is going to extend this way. Woo! Nearly just smacked face first into that wall. We're back. Time for more mud. Yay, mud. Doing it down the side of a waterfall is not easy. Interesting. Perfect. Eh. Precarious. I know there's water, but it's not spooky. A hole there. No, not today, thank you. We're definitely going to be doing some extra over here, because this looks bald still. This is no good. I just wanted to place as much mud as I had before. We'll get a good chunk of this replaced with moss and all our fun other blocks. This is why I did the other ones off camera. This is annoying as hell. take a little indent right here. Like crazy, just one block in. Give the water fountain some fountain? Waterfall. Gotta get that spot though. Another place for some indent, get some visual interest. Okay, this could use some gradienting. Because just the flat stone does not work, but I think with the green added in, it's going to look a lot better. Just like all this stuff up here does. One bucket at a time, huh? And again. Ooh. Oh. What a landing. Put the mud away for now. Chests. Arrow. Okay, bamboo it is. Go with those. Perfect. Here. Let's condense. Right. A little dirt. Haha, almost forgot. Here. Magic pirate boots. How many on this side? I know what I'm putting over there. Armor stand. Eventually, they'll have more stuff. Jungle. Randomly 5 spruce, and then mostly dark oak. That pirate boat. Get these ferns out of here. Ooh, actually, I've had a very good idea for at least one of them. How do you spell that? I like collecting little bits and bobs like that. Like, I keep this one on me. A lucky rabbit's foot. And a chicken jockey remains. As well as an expired potion of invisibility. Let's see. Looks like it needs a nap. We got to take a new survey of the stuff up there so we can figure out what we're doing next. I think we might be doing some bone mealing. Let's see. Definitely want to get this bone mealed and turned to moss. Like up here. I think I want to turn some of this into moss as well. Like, bring the green down to about here. To work. Leave over there, I've got some bone meal. It's technically not supposed to be bone meal, but it can be bone meal. It's supposed to be walls. I'm too intimidated. Birdie. All on gap. Oh, it does overtake mud. We gotta be careful. I've gotten more coal than I'll ever need from having to dig out all of this nonsense. And I already had an infinite wood farm. hooked into my freaking hoof. I'm awesome at this. Interesting that it doesn't turn bone, even though it loves bone. This wall is very large, and I don't know what I want to do with it yet. Thinking about gradients, maybe to like here. And oh gosh, it's overwhelming. Lots of stuff, lots to do, lots to do. Knowing that it takes over... Oh boy! Everyone's favorite! Awesome. Love wasting rockets. I think if we do it like up here and only spread it like a little bit at a time down into the mud, it can look really good. Let it sort of do its own natural thing. Yeah, look at that. I already can tell that this is going to add so much. This is one of the most satisfying, like, gameplay to output ratios. Like, look at that. It's just a little bit. It's just a little bit. I've been at it for like 2 minutes. Like, look at that. And when the water's all through here, so excited. We'll be able to do other stuff too. Little details. Okay, looks like I got all of the gray spot there. Definitely am right that I want to try and maybe bring the green down more. Maybe swap the spots that are dirt here. A little more. Might as well use it to turn all this stuff that's grass into moss. I don't think I've heard this Minecraft. Was it from the new stuff? Okay. Got me scared for a sec that I was accidentally listening to something I shouldn't have been. How does this feel like we're in a sulfur cave? Ever since Pig Step and Other Side came out, I have been meticulously analyzing these pieces, seeing how they sort of fit into the update that they're from. That's not great that it's so dark over here. To come through here and do the frog lighting like we did everywhere else in the base. This doesn't get creeper holed. Look at all these fishies. I've got my guys. Ladles. I don't know where my axolotls got off to. I'll have to... Thanks. Must have threw themselves up on the shore and died. Oh, sad. Let's take a look at that mossing in the daylight. The rain is not helping, I'll admit. Is it thundering too? I swear I heard a thunder. Like I said, I want to try and take some of it here. That's exactly what I was talking about. Now I gotta find where I freaking blew up. I can repair my creeper hole. Oh, it's gonna be greener now, huh? There's literally another one. See, should maybe make my way to a bed, see if this is thunder or not. Embarrassing. Literally the exact thing I was just talking about, trying to avoid. It is thundering. Awesome. I woke up and it immediately started raining and I got blown up by a creeper. Happy Pride Month. Damn. Well, right enough over here. Except this one spot. There we go. If you want, we could do melee combat, Mr. Pig. I don't think you'll be very good at it. Alright. I won't blast this pig to death. I'll let his hopes and dreams of being a real fighter keep him alive. Maybe one day he'll come and challenge me like a real warrior. Whee! Right. This is the area that the creeper was in. Very clearly, no more. Let's take and get our... use the bone meal to try and cover up some of this. Okay, that's not bad. It didn't do, like, irreparable damage to the terrain. See if we can't get back up here. Try to replace this dirt. Yeah, even just a little bit. That really helped. We'll have to get some more over here. This is a flat line. It's ugly. I think that looks a lot better. But see, that's too much. That's just right. There we go. Yeah. Fill this in. Ooh. It's some crazy angles on that. One more right there. Ooh, yeah. And then let's grab just this corner block right there. Oh, perfect. Love free cam. It really lets you feel granular with the way you build. Nice. Okay. Still not a fan of how flat this is, but we're working on it, you know? I'd say... Oh, there's still area that we didn't mud? That gravel. That better be gravel. Eh. That's it. You're getting algae. Whee! Maybe I should put some kind of, like, build there. Oh, maybe this should be the, way up? The waterfall here, but a way up there? No. I gotta have the path sort of planned out over here. There's the last of my bone meal that's on my person. Yeah, okay. So I think right there. Looks kind of silly. Okay. Not sure. I think that's got too much green. I think maybe I'll throw in some like lime concrete powder at some point. All right, come on. It's bedtime. At least we're safe over here. That's a bit banjo. Oh, let's see. Not certain there's much else I really want to get to today. We've got the... I think I want to take some time and play with the gradient here. I don't know what I want to use. I think deep slate at the bottom. Also, do I put something here? This looks like it could have a building, but I've already got... It's already, like, whoop. Very dense. Where did I go? I fell. It's already very dense building-wise over here. And I don't think that having an extra one right here... Maybe like a little old ugly hut. Like everything else is all brand new and white and sparkly. But then there's something just off in the corner. Just out of view. If this were more fantasy and less sci-fi, maybe, but feels not the right spot. Plus, we still have to do the gradient for this big rock, but I do enjoy things are going here. We made some good progress. Got a bunch of mud. Put all this stuff in place. Have mud for the future, and once the rocks and cliff faces are done being textured, up here and we'll start looking at what we want to do with this space. There's quite clearly a whole bunch of stuff to get done. Look at all this. A ton of space. I was having some thoughts about what I could put up here. Thinking about moving out of my little house. Because right now, my little bed is kind of dinky. I think I'm going to make a building kind of like that one. Maybe not entirely like that one, but sort of inspired by the same sort of vibe. Right here-ish. I feel like that's nice and isolated from everything else, and I've just recognized that there is an azalea when I wrote it. Or it accidentally turns into a full tree. These are technically saplings. Definitely gonna have to do some gardening. We're gonna build up here. The water's not... Is that better? We good? There we go. Such silly physics. Knew about this one being the new one because I saw this was the new music disc that's getting added. Excited about that as well. With all the grass removed, though, this feels very astroturfed. Well, guess that's gonna clear the side of the mountain. I wonder if we should do anything over on this side. I was thinking about doing animal fields at some point, because right now they're all inside of, like, a tiny little cooped-up barn. Not like open range or anything. I'd much prefer they be in an open range. Power of glow lichen. Interesting. The ways it chooses to spread are an enigma. There we go. Nice and flat. The exception of this little nub over here. The explicit place that I was thinking about putting stuff. There we go. Whoa! Now that all the grass is gone, I've got company. Oh. I'll never learn. Because they're from video games. drop off some of this excess, This is not... I don't hate it. It's not the Minecraft music I asked for. Donkey Kong. Get rid of all this nonsense. Oops. So I can go back. There you are. I think those guys ended up spawning in because been in the area long enough for them to need to spawn in from like a gameplay perspective, but because the grass was everywhere, their chance to spawn in was really low. I don't know. I think the next step we need to really do is start getting the water downstream fixed so that it looks nice down at the bottom, and we'll take care of the rocks once the rocks are all good. I think this portion will be good for us to start building on. This is the water part I'm talking about. It is a little safer here. Little. At least in the water, I know that creepers can't blow up on me. I think I'm gonna do this layer, though. You gotta fill them in one at a time, or you gotta do the ice and one layer of dirt thing, and I much prefer filling them in one layer at a time. I just feel like it's more active the whole way through. More engaging. I know it's a silly reason, but it is the reason I have. When it works, it works. Oop. The kitty calls. Looks like we have to do this section now. water physics being so... Like, they're consistent but inconsistent. I feel like I always know what they're gonna do. Sometimes it just works. And other times, I'm left baffled. Truly stunned. But just how weird water can be. I suppose that's true of real life as well. Like, what do you mean there's all those fish in there? Slow down, that's too many. Ooh, we're connecting the water up. Get it to be... I think we can start spreading it across this lever. Look at that. Look at this. There we go. That's what it took. But only kind of. Incredible game. Like implying that there's no water in the center here? Maybe because this was never properly brought all the way over. There we go. Seems to solve some of it. And there's that part. Good, good. Even flat water that way. Ooh, we're getting there. Yeah. Nice. All right, one more layer. It being dark is not helping. The mud is drowning out my ability to see right in my room. Because the beautiful sun in the real world is telling me I should be outside. I said the outside is hot. Leave me alone. Hmm. Some more there. Really happy about all the lighting up I did really early on. Made this part really easy to just sort of work through the night. Here comes the sun again. Have to swap some of this out for mud as well. Done. Almost. Not what I wanted. There we go. We just gotta get it connected up to the other side. Something in this little corner right here. The fish are stuck. Part of this. That's some of it. Don't know why that's not all of it. Okay. Nice. Get all the annoying spots. The water is now connected up to the major lake. And now there's fun context for where the water came from. I put a bridge inside here. Had some interesting ideas. I'm thinking about doing like a more science fiction-y bridge. Just because of what's on the other side. I might completely wipe this part entirely out and make like a plinth of sorts. It sort of has this bank floor look to it. And I'm thinking about completely redoing all of the windows so that the Carillon matches up. Right now, this line does match up with the very central line. But the windows don't. Ah. Luckily, it's just windows. Put blocks in, punch new blocks out. Bam. Like I said, we'll put a bridge here. Think about doing a little something, a little sciencey, maybe some hard light, and enjoying that aesthetic. And we'll have to do some extra decoration because Lord knows this flat wall's not going to cut it. Oh man, I'm excited. Well, thanks for sticking around, friend. Checking out all the cool stuff that we were able to make today. Hope you have a great one. Happy Pride Month. Hope you get to make some cool block builds too. Maybe some even like this one. Thanks for watching.
Don't. What is this layer? Alerts and thingy. That's number 5. Alerts and visuals. And this would be Twitch alerts. Okay, no, not Twitch alerts. Are they Twitch alerts? Stream elements alerts? Unless it was quiet because it was multiple months instead of just one.